Brewmaster, but yeah, honestly, just ban the Brewmaster was the only thing
5
keeping the
seconds.
fights together. And I gotta say, I was not impressed with the Brewmaster play. Sorry, Shiggy.
Radiance ban.
You were not impressed. Okay, well, I was impressed. I guess. I mean, Brewmaster in and of itself is a difficult hero to play. I would imagine. Not maybe more so than your typical other
Dyer's pit.
tough heroes
Well, here's
like
the Death
Druid
Ball.
or
Radiance
Meepo.
pit.
But yeah, the Death Prophet comes out aptly. The namesake rather of the Death Ball there, and well, getting through just because of the ban on the Brewmaster took up that extra slot. They end up getting rid of the Void and the Lycan as well. So with the Death Prophet coming out first, this could be a Death Prophet Shadow Shaman lineup going for no Earthspirit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's hard to tell. You don't really have to put
10
anything
seconds
with the
to
Death
go.
Prophet, right? Like, she's a good hero in her own right. Some other stuns to keep them around, get some Crypt Swarms, get the extra damage there with the Exorcism. The Shadow Shaman will be
Dyer's
taken
pit.
away from them. The Viper and Shadow Shaman scooped up for Flipside. Yeah, I was gonna say, either your Earthshaker or
Dyer's
your
ban.
Sky. I would expect for that second pick, and it's banned out. All right.
Radiance ban.
I figured out why we're running at like what 40 viewers nowadays. Take a look
Are
at
we?
the Join Dota. They got 2,000 over on the Beat It. I knew we'd be dealing with them.
2,000. That's nothing. It's because it's on that other platform. Which
Is it no Join Dota
10
Blue's going?
seconds to go.
Oh, is it on blue? Oh, isn't
is on
Gorgon
blue.
on that?
Yeah, we're competing with Gorgon, dude.
Son, what a
Dyer's
bastard. I
ban.
gave him the stream key for that earlier. Now he's taking all our views.
Ah, well, whatever. So, going back into the game, sorry for that little interjection there, but I was Sky taken out, Pugna taken out, Nature's Prophet, the Rat going nowhere.
Yeah, they're like,
they're
who?
feeling a little bit salty about that one. And
What about the
they take
Meepo,
it
though?
over.
The Flipside are going to scoop up the Meepo and be like,
I don't know.
what you got? You can't ban them all.
I'd love for them to pick up the Meepo, but at the same time, Meepo is just a disgustingly overpowered hero.
Yeah, I mean, at
Radiant's
least
pit.
he's difficult, right? He's not. I know you're gonna say he's not that hard once you figure out the tricks, but he's harder than Nature's Prophet.
Dyer's
Well,
There
to
are at
play
least
him-
6 of him that could get killed, not just one.
There's a reason he's got a high
5,
skill cap. To
sorry.
play him well is difficult, but you don't need to play him well to be overpowered with him.
Jockey roll.
Yep, and
Radiant's
Jakiro
pick.
finds his way into the draft again. Ah,
Oh.
man. The push on this hero is
Whoa, you
ridiculous.
hating on Jakiro right now? Jakiro's
No,
actually
it's-
the best hero.
He's ridiculous. The push is incredible.
Ags Macropyre, dude. Have you seen it?
Literally goes all the way down the middle.
Have you seen it? It's
Oh.
hilarious. Jakiro also, I know I talked about, I had a fun time casting this weekend, mainly because I cast for like,
10
I worked like
seconds to
20
go.
hours this weekend just casting.
Nice.
Jakiro does really well
5
against the Faceless Void. Like, Faceless Void drops a Chrono, so you just throw in a Macropyre, and he's like,
Reserve
well,
time.
dang, I can't stand in this. Obviously, Faceless Void is banned, but it's something to think about. He pushes towers as a support, so it's a pocket-pushing hero, most definitely. And he is pretty good against some of the current meta heroes. So, I mean, he's clunky. That's about his biggest downside. And Macropyre sucks 90% of the time.
Sucks, but that other 10% of the time it can turn fights, I guess. I mean, you
I
catch
liked
him
it with
back-
Earthshaker.
You lock him in between the Earthshaker and the Ice Path, literally a rock in a cold place, and you throw on a Macropyre in between, and well, I mean, it's an oven, man. It's an oven.
It's a cold, hot oven. You're just confused.
10
You don't even know what's
seconds to
going
go.
on. Burning and
Feeling
freezing
so
at
many
the same
emotions.
time.
And don't
5
forget the
Glass
rocks, dude. Don't
stage.
forget the rocks.
Ice stage of emotion. There we go.
I'm sorry, not the rocks, the gold.
Reserve
Well, actually, no, that was
time.
Flipside,
No,
wasn't it?
wrong team. Yeah, yeah. Jenkins and Shredder. I don't even know what they were doing or how they had so much money. They bought so many of the item sets and demi heroes at TI4. It was unreal. They had people in line for them. They'd give them cash, tell them to go through line, and get them the stuff on their order so that they didn't have to go in line anymore. They had an
God.
operation down. I'm pretty sure they have every single item that you could have got at TI4.
That's both badass and sad.
Radiance
say.
ban.
I mean, honestly, they made money off of it, right? I mean, you got to go through some shady means to convert it back, but I mean, Steam dollars at least. We'll assume only Steam dollars. Rubik, though, picked up. Nullfield.
Nullfield's pretty good. I mean, people don't give it enough credit, to be perfectly honest. It's got a decent
So
magic
10
resist
seconds to
increase,
go.
and versus heroes like Tidehunter and Viper, it helps out a
5
lot. And
seconds.
it's kind of like Anti-Mage's Mana Shield or Magic Shield. It helps out in a similar way, but
Reserve
Rubik
time.
also is going to have plenty to steal. I mean, you've got the literally one castable spell from Viper, as well as the wards and the ravage and the arrow. Don't get me wrong, and the arrow is probably one of the better spells you can steal for Rubik. So
Oh, it's so good.
it's amazing. No
Ice
cast
Bath's
time.
good too, but same team.
Well, yeah, same team. Ice Bath and Fisher are two other spells that are incredible, and they're same team. So. I
Well,
don't
and
know.
you get Viper Strike 100% of the time against
Yeah,
Viper.
that's
It's
what I
pretty
said.
nice.
Literally one only
Oh, yeah,
spell
you
you can
started with
steal
that.
on Viper.
Sorry,
so.
I was looking at my camera and doing things with my hands that nobody can see, so I got distracted. I distracted myself.
Well, I can make them see, but I don't know if I
No,
want to.
please don't.
So no, I'm looking back at
Dyer's
JD Blue
ban.
and feeling jealous right now.
It's okay.
Radiant's pick.
Shafting our viewers, man.
Morphling band.
That's interesting.
Right.
I mean, I
Yeah.
can see where Morphling would go well on this lineup. They've got plenty of early game to push him through, early mid game to push him through. I mean, literally 3 supports on no Earthspirit, probably going to be a core Earth Shaker, and
You get Sven on flip side.
the Sven. Okay, is that right up there with the Troll Warlord?
10
Yes.
seconds
No,
to go.
I'm just saying they need Sven because it's amazing against Death Prophet. 16 bonus
5
armor from
seconds.
Warcry at level 8. You can fight into Exorcism all day.
Yeah,
You take
but
0 damage.
Putting this all Cuirass on
Reserve
top of that.
time.
Literally,
or even
she's
if
healing
perhaps
you.
Somebody else. It's really nice. And also the Stormhammer is an incredible stun. And that would really mess up the Rubik, the Jakiro, and honestly the Earthshaker too. Like he can't get off his Echo maybe, potentially. At least the Fisher.
Yeah, it's got a nice travel time though. An
I
Echo's
really
instant.
like
A
it.
blink in. I don't think you can storm him before he puts the Echo down. Not after that.
But I'm a
it's
believer.
instant cast.
Moscow 5 has converted me to the Sneaky Nyx Assassins sort of planted the seed that I think Sven is a really viable hero right now. But
Oh, yeah.
PGG on Moscow 5 was like, this dude's like tier 1 ban material. Like Sven's got it.
Sven's amazing, dude. Like, he's honestly
Support
one of
though,
my favorite
but-
heroes. Support Sven?
Yeah, there's the
Ah,
troll.
there's a troll. See,
Suck it.
this is what's gonna happen. No, because you didn't guess it, so you don't get any credit for this one.
Dude, I
when
knew
you
it. I didn't
do
have to
guess
guess.
Troll Warlord is coming
It's
out,
different.
they don't pick up Troll. But when you don't say it's coming out, you say some random stuff like Sven or whatever, he does come out. So why don't you just stop guessing the Troll Warlord pick, and we'll be a-okay.
Dude, they know about the Sven, but Shredder won't listen to me. He thinks I'm a noob, and he's wrong.
are you a
He's
noob?
right, but PGG knows,
10
man.
seconds to go.
PGG. You can't miss Stormhammer.
Enigma.
Speaking of PGG,
Well, okay, you can miss Stormhammer.
it
As
can
we
be
know from
disjointed, You
TI3.
can't miss it. Oh, okay, yeah. Rip, Boar.
All right,
I
so
also
going
made that
back into
joke.
the game,
Yeah,
no
okay.
Earthspirit. That we should see the stat coming out, so you know where to follow us if you like this. But no Earthspirit. They're
Better
going to
get
head off
ready.
with a heart on the Jakiro. Glacius not far behind on the Enigma. Alex, he's going to be on the Death Prophet with CSO on the Earthshaker and Fan of Soyon on the Rubik.
All right, over to Flipside, the team that should have picked Sven but didn't. We've got Jenkins on the Tide
little salty
Hunter this game a little bit. Shibby on a much easier hero than the Brewmaster, so looking forward to some big plays from him this game. He's on the Viper. Marana going to switch teams here. Tide Hunter did as well, but Newsham will be handling the Marana. Went 0-9 last game, looking to do better. Shredder on the Troll Warlord, and Sunken full width on the Shadow Shaman, warding up here as a team.
All right, yeah, and they could end up meeting a 4v4 engagement here in the jungle if they continue to be aggressive here, but
30
they're going to get that
seconds to
ward down. They're going to
showtime.
back themselves off. CSO assuming a very aggressively defensive position here in the medium.
Does that
camp.
make
And-
sense?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. All right, and it looks like it could not. It could be for something. As nope, they're going to turn around. Flip side, opting at the last second not to go for it. And I'm pretty sure it was this ward spotting out a little bit of movement up here on the high ground. They knew exactly what was going on. They backed themselves out. Didn't want to put themselves in too compromising of a position. So some decent play coming out
And
from
here
them.
we
But
go.
ultimately, we're going to go on into the game with Shibby versus Fan of Soyon. Now, this is a Rubik mid, something we don't see all too often.
Oh,
but
yeah.
definitely viable. And I can't wait to see how this one's going to work out as Rubik. Well, once he hits level 6, he's a monster, unless your laning opponent is literally one spell Viper.
Yeah, he's not gonna have too fun of a time. We already talked about how the Fade Bolt here. Oh, he's got the new Rubik set made by my friend.
The Harley Quinn one?
Yeah.
Wait,
Thing's
is it
pretty
Harley
sick.
Quinn? Is that what they call it?
No, it's not. But I mean, it's that sort of style. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But sorry, back to my point. Fade Bolt with the damage reduction, like it's a big deal to a lot of heroes, but to Viper with Nether Toxin, it's really not. And actually in the
Hold
top
on,
lane, we're gonna have the first
yep.
blood.
He's going to get shackled up and a couple of auto attacks going through. Sunken will be the one to grab that one. A nice 400 gold bounty. That means early boots for this guy.
Had to happen.
And the fastest Shadow Shaman you shall ever see at a minute into the game. 335 movement speed. Not too shabby.
Yeah, and
If
I
it
just
was
like to point
Shibby,
out
that'd
here,
be a lot of fun to say. Not too shabby for Shibby, but it's not Shibby.
it would be a lot of fun. What's more fun though is the crit shaker in the bottom lane here with a double damage CSO with farm priority right now on an Earthshaker, looking to put out that damage on Shredder. Yeah, well, if anyone comes to gank, they can get a kill. I mean, Earthshaker is going to be great as sitting in a lane when anyone comes to gank for him. He's got that easy setup for you, but Troll Warlord, I think at a couple more levels, if not now, will just start to dominate this lane. If it wasn't for that double damage,
Saturday?
you wouldn't see. On Saturday? No, I was casting all day.
Crit Shaker Ravage or Rampage? You didn't see that?
I was
Oh,
casting literally.
You're missing
all day.
out, dude. It was glorious. It was
What game?
absolutely glorious. It was no Earthspirit versus Dream Destroyers, and it was no Earthspirit's Rampage.
Nice.
They ended up
So,
winning
okay,
the
so
game
was
off
it
the back of
CSO
it.
playing that or someone else?
Yeah, I think it was CSO's Rampage there.
Oh, so he's ready to
Beautiful.
go.
It was beautiful.
He knows what's required of him right now.
Oh, well, does he? As he's going to go ahead and get Whirling Axe up here and running away. A couple of axes to go into his back end, but not really killing him. He will get away with a decent chunk of HP, but Shredder going to salve himself up, ready to go down here, and comes right back into the lane.
Yeah, and Shredder here, he's going to be looking to go. He goes 1-1-1 to start off the game on his Troll Warlords, then he's going to throw 4 points into the Whirling Axes, as pretty much everyone should, and then he will leave Fervor, just 1 point in it, and continue to max out the Berserker's Rage. That used to be a little bit different, but then Berserker's Rage got nerfed, actually.
He's going to take a
his other
long-range
skill did
arrow
too,
there.
but-
They're going to go in with a shackle, and he should drop again. Now, they does get canceled out by the Ice Path, but one more auto attack in from Nushan. That was a brilliant arrow, and typically when you see this combination, it's usually the shackle into the arrow, but Nushan says, screw that, I don't need it. I'm just going to toss arrow and hit arrow, as the great words of Sing Sing.
They're pretty good. I think it's shoot, though, not toss.
I'm sorry if I mess up one or two
Ooh, speaking
words.
of that, though, they do it again here onto Alex. Going to take another about 4-second arrow to the face, looking for their stuns now. That shackle here onto Alex, and yeah, he's going to fall. The Gush, is it being prioritized here on Jenkins? No, just going 1-1-1. I find it hard to believe he wouldn't get Anchor Smash because Jenkins, he's sharing the XP
what are you
here in the
doing,
lane.
Nusham?
Nusham. Looking to go 0-9
Oh
real
no,
quick.
he's going to die. Oh, he falls. Check the logs, dude. That had to be like perfect.
No XP, though, for Ahart. He's out of range. I think he was out of range. It would have been close. Obviously no gold.
Barely.
He
I think
doesn't
that
get
was
an assist on
rather
that.
unlucky, to be honest. Like, that was probably the high end of the damage. But CSO takes another Whirling Axes here in the bottom lane. And the Whirling Axes again, the range for him this time. And Shredder should get this kill. One more axe to fly through. Jukes out. CSO, he's going to throw out the Enchant Totem here. And Shredder,
so
he
mad.
could die. He could die. He's going to die. CSO MVP. Oh, man, these trees are overpowered. Volvo,
Yeah, it was
put a tree right here.
He cut behind the tree line, and then the Troll Warlord went to attack the tower instead of the Earthshaker. And it would have been close either way, because if you attack the hero right there, then of course the tower's going to start hitting you. Unfortunate. The fact that it's nighttime and dodging in the tree line right there is not a great time to make that dive, but Shredder does love to play this hero super, super aggressively, and he's going to go back in there on the bottom lane. And he's not quite level 6, just 5 for now. He's going to chase down CSO. Force him off at least. Earthshaker does go for a bottle here, so he's in that off lane and looking to scoop up some runes. Rotation now from Goody, double damage there on that Rubik. Hitting for 124. And, well, this should be in kill, actually. Shredder might get one in return. Now the double damage is going to start to kick in. Unfortunately, he didn't get the blind chance off onto Goody, and yeah, Goody will bring him down. Actually, CSO gets it, so I think that's even better.
That is
Decent
much
rotation,
better.
but giving Viper, of course, unadulterated farm.
You know, I wouldn't be too worried about it at this point. I mean, to be
something.
perfectly honest, the
Trouble
Crit Shaker
brewing at
outdoes a
Radiant's
Viper at
bottom
any
tower.
point in the game, and it looks like there was a rotation made Nusham as
Dyer's
well
mid tower
as
could use a
Sunken,
little help.
making their way towards the mid lane. They're still waiting for this Rubik, or at least Nusham is, but Rubik makes his way back in, and it's just wasted time it ends up being. Now Jenkins, Ice Path onto him, Glacius with a Malefice, and he should drop here,
Radiant's
and he
bottom
does drop.
tower
Alex
seen
will
better
grab that
days.
kill, but ultimately, it's just a little bit of drops of water on the flame right now. As I think no Earthspirit are okay with how this early games are going.
Yeah, they got behind early, giving up the first blood. It was 2-0 for Flipside, but they've definitely turned it around, and mostly in the bottom lane. Shredder gets a little bit unlucky and maybe a little too over-aggressive in the bottom lane, and then, of course, a nice rotation down. They've put all their wards, Flipside did, into the early game.
Oh, wait, no, it's Fanasoyan. He gets a long arrow in the mid lane, and he'll just drop.
Dead.
That arrow, I didn't see it come out, but that must have been a really long-range arrow. I imagine coming in from this direction, judging by where Murana was, but... Very nice play, and Nusham is just absolutely doing work here on this Murana as he makes his way down towards the bottom lane. Can he get it again? He's going to sit well at the range of the farthest arrow he can, and he's going to throw it out, but it won't hit this time. In fact, Shredder taking that last hit so that Nusham
Up top.
didn't.
Alex is in trouble once more.
Yep, one slap ahead of the bread line, and, well, Alex will go down.
Nice. I had that, the inscribed hammer time. Is that actually called hammer time? I never knew that.
What?
It's funny. Yeah, it must be hammer time. The hammerhead shark main hand there for Tidehunter.
Yeah, stop hammer time.
Yeah, back in the day. He's inscribed it. I have not done that with mine. They're looking for more here. The Ravage is online, level 6 on Jenkins. He's seeing those sick Eidolons here for Glacius. But the Gush will go out. Malefice, of course, has been buffed a little bit, and we'll slow him down, knocking him with the
bottom
damage
lane,
3
CSO
times.
and Shredder. The arrow will come out into CSO, but Shredder popping his battle trance a little bit too soon. The echo comes through. CSO should still drop here as the lead from Nusham, but Fanasoyan will grab the extra kill there, giving them both, making it a 1-for-2. Both getting an individual kill, and not too terrible of an engagement there. Now Jenkins coming in, wants the Gush. It looks like he's driving a little bit, though, as he's looking for that Ravage. Will not get it, though.
Dyer's mid tower's having technical
that'll be the end of that.
difficulties.
Yeah, I mean, Murana had the choice right there. Either get the kill and escape, but they don't want the troll to die in vain, and
Dyer's
I don't think it's too bad
mid-tower
either way.
needs a
Murana
little
gets that solo kill, so she's already going to be level 6 here at just 7 minutes 40 seconds.
Oh,
or
arrow,
so.
Fanasoyan, really? Oh, man, a Viper Strike comes out. This guy is dead as a doorknob.
Oh, and Sunken? Thought he would get more XP off of that. Doesn't quite hit level 6, but this creep wave will give it to him. Wards are up, and this mid tower is now going to fall, so... Well, they don't even need to use it. They
Yeah,
can
they
almost pressure
shouldn't
the
use
tier
it for
2
this
on
one.
it.
Dyer's mid
And Nether Toxin does do half damage to creeps and buildings, so it's pretty hard to miss last hits there on the Viper. They'll get it, and they'll be maybe a little too scared to go ahead and move up more forward. They do have the Moonlight Shadow right now, and the first Moonlight Shadow, you don't expect Miranda to be 6 this early. There might be a lapse in Reveal, Sentry's Dust, and definitely not a gem yet.
CSO in a little bit of trouble here. I mean, he gets a very aggressive and takes a Whirling Axe. Ends up taking a lot of damage from this one. Now, in comes Fanasoyan. Should spot out this
They want tier 1s.
rotation. Does he do it? He will spot it out and ends up stealing
Stole
Moonlight
Moonlight
Shadow.
Shadow?
No, he
No,
stole
we got
Leap.
Leap,
He stole
Leap.
Leap.
We're done.
And it looks like CSO is just going to take a long way home. The arrow will miss, and it won't hit inadvertently. He's going to go ahead, throw out the Fisher and the TP, though. Bash and will not connect.
Only 10%.
And Fanasoyan will walk away.
Oh, Sunken, what was that? Why would you drop the wards? Literally face palming. Is that you pinging that, or
That
there's
is
his
me
team?
picking that. 10 wards that did
Kind of
absolutely
looked like
nothing.
Shibby was doing it.
I wouldn't have been surprised if Shibby did it knowing Shibby, but
Well, we would have seen it. It shows.
Jenkins
Radiant's
will take a liquid
mid-tower's
fire, and
coming
he's
apart.
ended up dropping fairly low from that one, but not too worried about it. He's got Ravage up again, ready to go. In fact, he never actually used it yet, so he'll have that ready to go whenever he needs it, and probably going to be used offensively. I'd hate to see it get
mid-tower could use a
defensive, and
hand.
Ahart actually will TP out of there, so no amount of engagement going on to the Tidehunter just yet. In fact,
The
bottom
Dire best
might
do
be the
something
area
about
of
that
interest.
bottom tower.
As it's 2 against
Radiant's
4, I'm
mid-tower's
not sure they
getting
want to go
banged
on
up.
this one. Jenkins finds Glacius, maybe will go on it,
Guess
will
what's
not.
happening
Gush
to
flies
Dire
out.
bottom
He's
tower?
all or nothing right now.
Radiant's mid-tower's
And he
coming
will pop the
apart.
Ravage for it. Anchor smash as well, a couple of slaps of battle trance, but a
breaking
black
through
hole
structures
gets
for now.
spent, and Jenkins, he should drop Anchor smash. No! He's alive! He's alive! Oh, man.
Faster than Kunkka abandoned his fleet.
Radiant's
nice
mid-tower's
Tidehunter
getting
lines.
banged up.
Fast-
Yeah, so the black hole gets thrown out, and the black hole is the longer cooldown of the
Yep.
two. 190 seconds, I believe, off the start. 200 actually at level
Yep.
1, just compared to the flat
Radiant's top
150.
tower's
So
hurting.
That's a
Maybe not
case
a
where
huge deal that they
the
both
Enigma,
use,
Have
but
fun trying to bust
that's a case
down
where
Radiant
Enigma is
structures
looking
now.
after he gets to the
Radiant's
black hole. Is
top
like, oh
tower's
yeah,
in
now I'm gonna
bad
throw my
shape.
Eidolons. Oh wait, my Eidolons are dead.
Radiant's mid tower ain't
Tower
doing so
bottom tier
good.
1 will end
The
up dropping.
Dire gave
Newsham
up
getting
bottom
very
top. The
aggressive
Radiant
here,
lost the
but
top tower.
will end up following up on that, and he'll just walk away, as will the rest of Flipside so far. Should be the only one staying close to the creep wave. Teleport out. It's going to be Shredder going in the mid lane to find some solo XP and farm, sitting on phase boots and a Morbid mask for the time being. His farm
yeah,
not looking
he's looking for the
okay.
Vlads.
Yep, that Vlad's... Oh, yeah. He's got the Ring of Regen and the Basilisk. He's got it. Vlad's coming out to him on the courier, ready to go. Meanwhile,
CSO bottom lane.
What the? Did he get hit by an arrow?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, man, that's just depressing.
What is going on? Did you see that death animation, or is mine just bugged?
I think yours is just bugged. Did he just drop into the
The
floor without
Dire
moving?
best do something
Yeah.
about that bottom tower.
That was great. Oh, here's the Blink Dagger being unveiled on Sunken right now.
And he's just
that's
dead.
going to be a kill for Ahart. Yeah, nothing they can do. Rubik jumps in, and let's not forget this isn't a support Rubik. It's actually a Marana Rubik, apparently. And the telekinesis is already used, so going to go ahead and TP away. Newsham, meanwhile, dewarding under Moonlight Shadow. Can't quite get the last hits, but finally gets it in there. So nice deward. Looking at the Serpent Wards, they're all the way back in base, but they are off cooldown at the moment. 30 seconds for the Ravage here. Moonlight Shadow at 2 minutes. And Shredder, so the build I was talking about, he'll go Vlad's, and he usually likes to go S and Y after it. Sometimes he'll prioritize a BKB ahead of time, and getting too aggressive again, he'll have to back off. He knows that the
Wish you
black
had
hole's
your black hole
down,
there.
but there's definitely...
Oh, that
ooh,
Fisher
nice
Shredder
block,
blocked
dude.
out completely. He's going to throw out the Whirling Axes. Will barely catch Alex,
He's
but
very
one more
fast.
Crypt Swarm. Can he get this Crypt Swarm? He's going to look for it. Will not do
is
it.
he
The
gonna
Shackles
turn?
come through anyway. Sunken
Put up hands.
throws out the Shackles.
Please
and,
don't
well,
wards.
He pops the wards. Oh, man.
How about that?
Whoa.
Alright, at least he got it. That was a long-ass Ether Shock.
Yeah, they still get the kill, but wards. I
Dire's
mean,
top tower.
You can't trap people with phase boots. What's the point?
I think these wards have seen the least amount of action in this game so far. I think even the Ancients have seen more action. They're literally sitting on either side, away from everything. All right, Jenkins will get picked up by Fan of Soyon. Throws out the Fade Bolt and will steal the Anchor Smash. Now, a Fisher won't connect on anything. The arrow ends up stopping Glacius. Still doesn't have his Black Hole back ready. The shame Black Hole cooldown as he's feeling. But so far, things just playing pretty passive for the time being. 11-6 is the score at 13 minutes. We'll take a look at the quick golden XP graphs. About 2,000 plus in favor of Flipside for gold. XP and at the same exact location. So Flipside have a soft advantage in this game so far, and I think they're going to be looking to try to extend on that one a little bit, as Earthshaker nowhere near his Crit Shaker status. Though with a bottle and 700 gold getting somewhat close, I guess, maybe. Not really. Arrow comes through, but it will barely clip onto the creep that was standing there. I didn't even see that creep at first, but it will take an arrow for the Death Prophet.
Neither did Newsham. Maybe he did, I don't know. Blink Dagger coming out on Tidehunter right now. The mechanism really late, honestly, on Glacius. But obviously he's been contested a little bit. He's had people running at him. He's almost died. Did actually die in the jungle to Jenkins. And sometimes it can be hard to find your footing on the map when you have then a strong, aggressive tri lane like the one that Flipside did up in that top lane. Which, I mean, the Death Prophet died 5 times. I think about 3 of those were from that lane. Good arrows by Newsham all around. But Enigma, I mean, he can find his Blink Dagger, or sorry, the mechanism at like 7 minutes. Average, I'd say, is probably 10. Picking up maybe a couple minutes late, but Black Hole's back online. He's got the mech. He's got the Soul Ring. 500 gold, looking for a tier 1 tower now, but TP's coming in to defend. Jenkins has the Ravage, and it will be hard to Black Hole if you don't get that Tide in it.
Exorcism ready to go. They're looking to make a go on this, or make a solid go on this tower. In comes Jenkins though with a Ravage ready to go. Pops it out, catches 3. Alex will get trapped up by the wards.
Good
and
wards.
he should drop. Now a Black Hole comes through Glacius, drops him underneath the wards and has to worry about that one. An Echo Slam doesn't look like it does too much damage, and CSO will just drop, making it a 4-for-0 happening really quickly. And they dropped the Echo and the Black Hole on that one. And it didn't
Radiant's
do
top
anything.
tower's taking hits.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravage was there, the Anchor Smash came out, so everyone hitting for quite a bit less damage, and really good ward placement, so Sunken finally redeems himself. Obviously, they can't use it to push, which sucks, but You have heroes and battle trance, so you don't really need much else. Arrows hit couriers, but Achuro almost did, and then Ahart is going to be jumped on here. Not sure who did the jumping. Maybe Nusham or Sunken. Both these supports ready for pickoffs, and the pickoffs are working. Flipside 10 kills ahead, and now going to get that. No, actually towers are even right now. No, this is going to even up the towers. It will be a tier 2 they're taking.
Looks like
but...
here's the initiation. Alex going in, but we'll get immediately arrowed. Now there's a Yule Scepter on the Phantom Soyan. CSO gets shackled up and ready to go. Throws out the Fisher as well as the slap. And Sunken will drop. Now CSO, Viper's attacks coming through. The damage poison enough. He will grab the kill. Shibby on a wicked 6 streak. And now Ahart in a lot of trouble. Shibby with a double kill, make it a triple kill. No, that's a mega for Jenkins. And another 4, but this time 2 in return. But behind the tier 2 tower, if that's the best you can do, hold on, Phantom Soyan. Feeling really aggressive now. And he's just going to drop here. Another couple of attacks going in. Double kill goes the way of Jenkins. And a 5-man wipe.
Guess what's happening?
Yeah. What? One, why does Rubik have Yules? That doesn't make any sense to me. Is it... I mean, you could dodge Ravage with it, which is pretty nice, but if you dodge Ravage with it, there's no chance you ever steal it. It doesn't give you that mobility in and out of the fight. I guess maybe if you're getting focused by Troll, you throw it. Kind of like a Ghost Scepter, but giving you, 10 intelligence instead of the 7 of all stats, but you could argue that 7 of all stats is better. A bit of movement speed. I don't know. I don't like it.
Dude, he's preparing for his gym days. I mean, he picked
or
things
if he
up
steals
and
an
put them
arrow,
down.
and then he's got the Yule's arrow. Yeah, he can do double the lifting right now with the Yule's and the
I
telekinesis.
pick things up and put them down. That's what Rubik's saying right now. The Grand Magus is starting to feel them games. And he's not going to be able to show it off just yet. They're going to smoke up. This is if they can get a great fight right now, this would be exactly what they need, but still no Echo, still no Black Hole. And instead, they're just going to wait off. I think they want to wait for their ultimates to come out, or they're going to push their dire advantage right now. They smoke their way down to the bottom lane, and they ping out Roshan. Yep, they're going to use dire advantage, and they're going for this Rosh, this last-ditch effort to pull themselves back into this game.
I don't know if it's going to matter right now.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about it either. And CSO, they picked this guy up for core, and his damage is nowhere near core's damage right now.
They gave him the losing lane. Like, you can't expect too much from him.
You know the drill.
Well, I mean, they gave him a losing lane. However, he won the lane. That's the problem.
Not in terms of farm. I mean, just Shredder was playing aggressive. They were even forced to rotate over. So like Rubik lost middle as a result of him kind of doing okay in his lane because Shibby was free farming. They got the tower. Yeah, he had 3 kills early, but that was all rotations. They sacrificed a bit on their middle lane, and all those boards, some of them can work on the tower, but they're put really, really far out. Obviously, a lot of...
what are you doing?
Gosh. I mean,
Earthspirit, they're walking into
there
orbs
in
at
the
this
slot. Refresher? Stolen. Okay, I was about to say. That seems like a lot for Sunken to have picked up right now. But the tower's being worked on a little bit here. Shredder almost dead, but... Oh, there's the Ravage coming out now from Jenkins. Goody's going to drop almost immediately. Sunken's still alive. It's majority of the stolen wards that are still up. And a nice black hole here from Glacius. That's going to force out the Aegis right now on the Death Prophet. But not a great carrier. I mean, she comes back up with, well, nothing. Exorcism will not last. It actually runs out when you die. As opposed to maybe Eye of the Storm or something that wouldn't. And the arrow from Nusham on point right now. And CSO going to die his own base. Viper Strike, a couple more attacks. No chance. Full team wipe. They actually killed him 6 times.
I think this should be a GG right about now.
The enemy Serpent Wards are still standing, but the towers and the racks, not for much longer. Tide will die in the fountain.
Yep. So, what? Wait.
The Dire's
he bought out and just killed himself, I think.
Dire's top racks is in trouble.
Oh, okay.
It's Jenkins, like, you don't even think about it.
Alright, Phantom Soyan will get Viper Strike up here. He
There's a
steals
Yules.
Viper Strike. So we'll get arrowed.
Bad item.
The name of this game is arrows right now. Nusham taking a Viper Strike of his own. Now Shibby. Malefice up on him, trying to throw another Viper Strike. Will get it out. And actually the Fisher will keep him in one place for a very long time. He will end up dropping. Exorcism Spirits flying around, but won't be able to pick up any other kills here. Nusham dropping low, a couple of Spirits to fly in, and he will get away for the time being, and he will still drop.
Oh, can't escape the Crypt Swarm. Good effort, though.
Good effort indeed, and they keep this game going for a fairly much longer time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the beginning of the end, losing a lane of racks, 14,000 gold behind, 15,000 experience. Flipside having no trouble winning the team fight, even though there's an Aegis and the Serpent Wards were stolen. Like, with that in the recipe for a team fight, you would expect Ban Earth, if they were even in contention for this game, to go even or at least come out ahead there. And they didn't. So things aren't looking good for them right now. CSO, like you said, way behind. I think Yule Scepter was the worst item Goody honestly could have built. And Alex built a Yule Scepter, which is quite good for him. Although it's a bit of a tricky situation. You set yourself up for an arrow, like most definitely, when you Yules yourself. And he's got nothing after that. We're only 20 minutes in. It feels later. Now map control is on the line for Flipside. They've taken all the towers to tier 2. They buy a gem up here on Newsham. Going to look to make sure there are no wards. And there's some easy ones and some fresh ones to go ahead and deward here for the Dire.
Yeah, but going right back to that, yeah, it just feels a little painful for Ban Earthspirit right now. Trying to think of ways that they can bring themselves back into this game. And as you mentioned, a lot of their itemizations have just seemed a little off. And ultimately, they're playing a losing game at the moment. I can't say that 12,000 golden XP advantage is impossible to come back from, but we're looking at 21 minutes, 12,000 golden XP, going up against a double Ravage as well as infinitely better carry potential. I just don't see the good in this draft right now, and the good in the items that they picked up. Shredder, as well as a blink out from Sunken. Going ahead for the initiation. CSO with an Echo Slam, catching out Shredder. Now Shredder gonna have to pop his BKB, but it's just gonna be a wasted BKB if they can clean him up. They're looking for the Exorcism to come out, and it looks like the Yule Scepter helping him out for the time being. They want to clean up Shredder. Can they do it? They're chasing. The Exorcism is gonna catch up there soon. Can it get there? It will not get there. It will turn around to the men. Last second, a double Ravage, yes, does come out. Alex will drop. It's going to be the range creeps to do that. And, yeah, defensive double Ravage, but, I mean, best offense is a good defense, or other way around. I don't know. But either way, Jenkins will get picked up, put down, and now a Ravage stolen coming out from Fan of Soyan, but it's not going to mean a kill. In fact,
Shibby's about to clean up.
Yep, it's just cleanup time. And Glacius drops. Jenkins still not dead. Fan of Soyan, though, well, he is dead. Fisher comes out, not going to grab a kill nearly at all, and very aggressive dive or chase to go out and try to kill Shredder, and it didn't get him killing him, so.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know what to think of that. I think, honestly, Shredder went a little too crazy at the start of that to get that low, because the teamfight kind of fell apart once he had to leave it, and that double Ravage had no follow-up. It was basically defensive. They couldn't quite get away, and yeah, Kraken Shell is pretty annoying. You see the rage coming out there from Goody. Well, it was an awkward team fight, but they managed to keep everyone around. Ban Earth, as you said, had chased Shredder pretty deep, so that did work out eventually. And they kill everyone 30-12 right now, looking to push up onto those racks. Sunken was about to use his Mass Serpent wards for that team fight, but got silenced, and I'm glad he got silenced for his sake, so that he still has them available here to just drop in the middle lane.
Yeah, arrow.
These arrows.
CSO. He will get trapped, and he should just die right here. I mean, CSO, you're looking at him to do work, and these teammates now, oh, the black hole! Glacius catches two. Shredder, he could drop here. They pull him up with the Yule Scepter. They want to cream him down, but they cannot do so. He pops his BKB, ready to stay alive for a short amount of time.
Lost.
Gem hits the deck, and the Yule Scepter to evade out the Viper Strike, and it does evade that one, so he should be fine. A nice, easy gem to make it a 1,600 gold swing, I think you could say it is. And, yeah, not too bad of a defense so far coming out from no Earthspirit. This is 2-0. They don't end up cleaning up Shredder. But, I mean, every charge on his BKB is another charge lost. And he's already at 8 seconds, which is not terrible. But in terms of BKB, it's nothing like a 10-second.
Yeah, I mean, ideally for Shredder, you should only have to use it one more time, and the game will be over. To get 2 lanes of racks, I doubt Ban Earth is going to stick around for it. And here we go, 5 seconds, and then another 12 after that. Got the double Ravage coming out here for Jenkins. He's farming up a little bit more. Working towards that Shivas as well. Identical build to the Tidehunter last game. But this time the Tidehunter is most likely going to end up on the winning team. You can look at the net worth here, all the towers they've taken, the team fight, the kill advantage. 12k on the Viper, 11.4 on the Tidehunter, and 11.4 on the Troll Warlord, all very even and very far ahead. 15k advantage in both XP and gold right now. The S and Y is finished, so it's the FaZe Vlad's BKB first because of the disable on the enemy team there, and now looking for the S and Y. The standard Shredder Troll Warlord build.
Troll Warlord or Troll build? Well, you may never know.
I get it.
You get it?
It's
Okay.
good, I mean... I don't know. There's not much else you'd really want on that hero.
Yeah, and I mean, Troll Warlord's a man fight hero through and through. He can get kited out fairly easily. I mean, he does have a slow to help him out, but if you let him get the bash, you're dead. If you can get away before the bash comes out, you can probably survive. Now, arrow will fly through. Vanasoya will walk back into that one. A case of see arrow, walk into arrow. CSO will throw out the Echo Slam, but gets shackled up, and a nice Ravage, a second one to put it on top. And Alex, well, taking a lot of damage, he will go down. Death Prophet buys back into the game, but CSO, no luck. Nor does Vanasoya have the gold for it, and it looks like Shredder, as well as Wars, they do want to try to break this high ground, but they are playing it really carefully with a lot of respect for no Earthspirit. Chibi, though, will go right up on top. A Hex as well as an Ether Shock, and an Arrow Glacius. Oh no, he's just dead. I have to say something like a 90% arrow hit rate in this game, as another kill, Chibi gone down. I don't know, I don't think I've seen him miss an arrow, maybe once or twice.
Well, I mean, when two heroes have Yule Scepters and they're saying, hey, hit me with an arrow, it's not that hard, and that's unfair to Nushim because he has hit a ton of just, you know, open field arrows, and they've been quite good. And the middle racks falls, 4 heroes dead without buyback, they'll trend, yeah. XD comes out, making the little faces there, Viper Strike stolen, but it's not going to matter. Battle cries up, tier 3 tower fallen, Mega Creeps. They're not going to call it, though. They're going to fight to the very bitter end. Goody trying to do what he can do. Looking for that arrow is Nushim right now. It's on cooldown currently. But they should be able to bring down the Rubik, and they... Oh, the Yule Scepter, everybody!
Rough day for Dyer's bottom.
Not gonna matter.
Sorry, I mean, it kind of made sense to dodge the Viper Strike and a couple other things, but as a first item for Rubik, it
he wants that
seems
black hole. You can do it, man. You can do it. Pops the BKB. Black hole. No, he won't do it.
PGG Black Hole, do it!
He found 2. He found 2. Will he pop it? He won't pop it. Come on, Glacius. He pops it. Catches 2. New Shaman Sunken. What can he do? He can't do anything. And he's out. Mega Creeps out.
Technical difficulties.
Yep. Yep.
I was yelling it a little prematurely, I guess, but...
Bottom towers seem better
Too soon.
days.
I don't know. I'm feeling some Muse, some supermassive black hole, you know?
There you go. Now you're gonna get the whole VOD muted. Oh, Alex is gonna go down once more. Alright, game is honestly over, so there you go.
Yep. I don't know. I'm just talking for the sake of talking at the moment. Waiting, counting out the moments for them to take out the Ancient, because this game, now they pop the GG, it's done. They tap out maybe a little bit too late, but they tap out.
The Radiant done it.
Good games. Best of 2 series or just a 2-game series, and Flipside, take them both to make it